The power of one. How small actions change the world. In a bustling city, where everyone seemed to be in a hurry, lived a woman named Maya. She wasn't famous or wealthy, just an ordinary person working as a teacher at a local elementary school. But Maya had a belief, one that shaped her every action. She believed in the power of small acts of kindness. She didn't have the resources to donate large sums of money or make groundbreaking inventions, but she knew that little things mattered. One morning, on her way to work, Maya noticed an elderly man struggling to cross the street. The light was about to change, and cars were already revving their engines impatiently. Without hesitation, Maya walked over, took his arm, and guided him across safely. The man smiled warmly at her and said, "Thank you, young lady. People don't often stop to help anymore." Maya smiled back, feeling a warmth inside her. As she continued her walk, she passed by a small flower shop. Seeing a bouquet of bright daisies, she had an idea. She bought a few flowers and handed one to the owner, a weary woman who had been standing behind the counter for hours. The woman's eyes widened in surprise. "For me?" she asked. Maya nodded and simply said, "Just to brighten your day." That same afternoon, the woman from the flower shop, inspired by Maya's gesture, gave a flower to one of her regular customers, a man who had been coming in every week to buy flowers for his late wife's grave. The man, touched by the unexpected kindness, decided to do something similar. He went to a nearby bakery and bought a few pastries for the homeless man who sat outside every day. When the man received the pastries, he smiled for the first time in weeks, feeling seen and cared for. But the ripple effect didn't stop there. The homeless man, in turn, shared half of his food with a stray dog that often lingered nearby. A bystander witnessed this and, moved by the generosity, decided to volunteer at a local shelter that evening. The shelter worker who met the volunteer had been feeling overwhelmed by the demands of the job, but seeing new support reignited her hope. The chain of kindness continued to spread, from the city streets to classrooms to workplaces and beyond. Each small act seemed insignificant on its own, but together they sparked a movement of compassion, where people slowed down, connected, and looked out for one another. Maya never knew how far her simple actions went. To her, they were just part of her daily life, helping someone cross the street, giving a flower, sharing a smile. But those tiny gestures had set off a ripple that reached farther than she could have ever imagined. In the end, it wasn't grand speeches or massive donations that changed the world. It was the power of one. One person, one act, one moment. It reminded everyone that even the smallest actions, done with kindness and intention, could change the world in ways we might never fully see.